Yay!
Hey everybody, good morning. It is Saturday at 10:30. It is coffee with the beautiful Reverend Sheila and myself, Melissa L. Watkins, medium. So here we are, and I'm really excited about today. So before we get started, I did want to say that in the United States, it is Memorial Day weekend, and we do want to give a shout out to all the current, active, and former military. Crossed over and on this side of the veil. So we want to put that out there because what they do is so important, and there's definitely a need for more support for our veterans and our current active military. So sending them love, sending them light, sending them prayers. Please help us do that. And I would appreciate that. So thank you so much. So, Sheila, I'm really excited about today's topic. Good morning, everyone who's joining us. Today's topic, I feel like, is not a new topic. It is actually a very, very old topic, but we actually got away from it because of societal values and because of just the evolution of society and humans, and getting away from kind of that connection to Earth, Mother Gaia, all that is, really kind of becoming very egocentric, and how that has really been detrimental to our evolution, and how we need to get back to connection with all of that. So this morning, we're going to talk about ceremony, and what does that mean, and what is that all about? So good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I absolutely love this topic of ceremony, and that's what I have personally done. And why we're bringing it up is that, culture, mainstream, conservative culture, society has always frowned upon it, thinking it is something evil or bad. But if you really look at it, religious ceremonies always have a type of ceremony. When you're praying, you have a ceremony. You're doing something specifically to put out there to change and to help. And ceremony is really about your personal connection to your soul, all right? And then how you can express it, but also how it can actually manifest or evolve. The word manifest, I want to kind of get away, but also help you understand is that it's part of the thought process that when you put these prayers out there, that things start to happen. And what is happening now is that we're actually growing ourselves and really coming back to our core, who we really are. Ceremony is very special, and it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do.
Well, I just want to, it was so funny when you brought this topic up last week after we talked. And the first thing I thought of was the ritual of, I grew up in the Catholic faith, and everything was very ritualistic, and it was all very much ceremony if you think about it. But the thing that caught me was, my mother always said, where two or more pray, God is in their midst. And that's really what this kind of brought me back to, that ceremony is all about connection. So connection with each other, coming into connection with a purpose, because when you're doing a ceremony, there's usually a focus or a purpose, and so you amplify that vibrational frequency.
Exactly.
And that was like what was excited me. Like I was like, oh.
Yeah. And it's about, intention. Intention is prayer, a purpose, something that you want to achieve or help. And a lot of always people say, well, I'm praying for this person over and over again. That is awesome. And this is exactly what it's all about. We have intention. We want things to be better, or we want help, or we want to be released in some way. We want to have clarity in some way. And it's all about going inside and what you can do. And ceremony or prayer or rituals or things that really help you go inward. Just like, Melissa, we talked, weeks ago about breath, the importance of breath. Mm-hmm. And this is what it's all about. It is when you bring that breath in, you actually go to the core in your spirit, all right, and relax everything. You go back to who you are. And also you be in the present. And what it also does is, because of this consciousness field that we have now, we're able to connect with the energy of the beautiful earth and everything that's become awakened now. And also, as you bring that energy all the way up, you connect to the higher source, which is your divine God, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's so important to reflect upon what is ceremony. What does that mean? Just think of it as prayer or purpose or intention. It's something that you specifically do in your physical body and your emotional, mental, and spiritual body to make that connection to your presence, and also to help peace and happiness. It gives you back the serenity. When we say the serenity prayer, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You're going into that center. You're making the connection, the consciousness field connection, but the soul connection of who you really are. So ceremony is very important in all different areas.
No, it's so true. And one of the things that I think that we've kind of lost is the importance of really setting your intention and putting what you want to draw to you. And I won't use the word manifest, what you want to draw to you.
You can, but you know what? That's how people relate to it.
Yeah.
But, and you can say that, but what I like them to think of what is actually happening when you're starting to change as a soul, all right? Mm-hmm. You want to change, you want to have the peace, and you want to be better. And you finally reflect upon, what's my purpose? What am I here for? So we say, well, I'm praying, whatever, I'm trying to manifest this. All right, I'm trying to manifest this. So it's part of the ego, all right? Mm-hmm. But the point is that you're putting the energy out into the frequency field.
Yes.
And we always like to talk about that frequency field. And that's what this consciousness field is all about. So saying manifest is people understand it.
Right. And that's what's so important is, people, if they can understand, like, setting your intention is letting and allowing the universe to know, the universe being God, Gaia, your team, your guardian angel, whoever you believe in, like, you're letting them know where you want to go, and they're going to join up the dots and bring you the way in which to get there. But if you don't set that intention, you could end up in a situation you never saw coming, and now you've got to backpedal and figure a way out of it. So I really think of the intention as kind of like just taking a shortcut. Like, I don't have to go the long way and learn a lesson and, go through some really ucky stuff. If I'm setting my intention and I'm truly believing and doing the work that I can do using the ceremony to allow the energies to bring me the synchronicities, the blessings, the inspiration that's going to keep me on the road that is my path in alignment with my purpose.
Yeah.
There it is.
You're talking my talk, girlfriend. Which, that's what I teach all the time, but it's true. It's a lot of people say, how do you stay so serene? You look so peaceful. My daughter made a comment to me, Mom, you're not as high strung. I see a change in you. And I said, yeah, going within, really touching base through your soul connection, who you really are. It's wonderful. Ceremony is wonderful. And a lot of people say, well, how do you do ceremony? So, of course, traditional medicine or traditional society think of ceremony as, oh my God, is evil. So it's not evil.
About that for a minute, because that is, you say ceremony or ritual, and all of a sudden people go back to, oh, okay, now you've got crazy women around a fire dancing naked.
Yeah.
No, I mean, really? That's that old, societal, oh gosh, it just
bias, prejudice, beliefs
down.
Beliefs. And what they've been taught, and fears. It's all about fear. So that's when we go back to the IET and all the stuff that we do. But the thing is that society will look at words a different way, and and we don't have to. We can accept all of it. But you know what? They don't know what they don't know. This is all part of a learning and changing and going within. And it's not until it's the right time and divine time. And, I want to back up a little bit here, Melissa, when you were talking about putting the intention out there into the universe, which is true. And it's like, we have so much help out there. You know, our angels, of course, a lot of people know them as angels, our God consciousness, our helpers, our guides, our past loved ones that have passed on. And we have a hard time tapping in and saying, oh, well, they already know what I'm doing. They know what I'm thinking. But the thing is that you need to actually intentionally put the actual prayer out there. And they've been waiting. They've been waiting to communicate with you from day one, just like they did before you even incarnated in this lifetime. So by actually putting it out there into the energy field, you have actually put it out there to move forward, to evolve. So when I say manifest, evolving, it's like things that you can do. You can change and have a more peaceful and balanced life and have happiness. Happiness, right? Intention. I want to be happy. I want to win the lottery. Of course, those are, they say selfish, type of wants. But the thing is, hey, you know what? Put out there just financial abundance. All different things you can say it. Just change the feeling about it. And also put it out there as if it's already happened. Thank you for this beautiful home that I live in, or this beautiful beach that I walk on every single day. Thank you for allowing me to go out into Mother Gaia and to be able to feel her energy every single day. Just keep it very simple.
Simple and grateful. Simple and grateful. And that's what it is. And when you stay in that positive expectation of it's already happened, then things are brought to you that put you in the place of allowing it to happen. One of the things that you can use the ceremony for is to allow, to invoke, because that was the one of the things you said I wanted to get back to was you have to ask your guide, your team, your angels, your ascended masters, your God consciousness, you have to invoke them. You have to ask them for help, because they're not just going to arbitrarily come in and start dumping things into your experience, because you're here to grow. So you have to ask them for where you are in this life experience at this time, what you need or what you want. And so the only time that they're going to really jump in is, when you get that gut instinct and you're really in a situation that's dangerous. So you have those situations. They're very rare. On a daily basis, you have to invoke them. You have to say, please come and help me. I'm here. I'm surrendering. I'm going to let go of the how and the why. I just need you to, boom, take this pain off of my heart so that I can feel like I can manage, or, help me to get that really wonderful job that I really need to take myself to the next level financially, or please help me to put myself in a space of drawing in that partner or those people that are going to support me unconditionally for who I truly am in a way that I feel loved and supported. So it really is about, and you can do ceremony around this. You can light a candle when you're doing this. You can, make an intention list. You can, pray to whoever you want to pray to. But the other part of the ceremony that's really, really important that we haven't even talked about yet is how when you're doing this with more than one person, you're amplifying the vibrational frequency. In my class, every class I've ever given and will continue to give, we always do a meditation first. And after that meditation, whatever we're doing in the class that has to do with spirit and everyone connecting to spirit in their own way, they always have an experience because we've amplified the vibrational frequency. And so when you're amplifying the vibrational frequency, now you're allowing things to flow to you with more grace and ease.
Absolutely. Ditto, 100%. 150 and 200%. Absolutely. Yeah. And also in the chat, Leona just put that also, if things are not happening that you want, maybe what you want is not for your higher good. That's true. Be patient and they will put you on the better path at the right time. Have faith. Absolutely. Leona. And that's what, and when you relate, a lot of people, when that starts to happen, they say, well, they go to the negative. They go back to, well, I'm not good enough or whatever. If things don't happen in according to their wishes. And that's where we have to get out of the way. We have to get out of the way. And we have to go inward. And that's the help that we were talking about, Melissa. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat here, the comment that we have here. And, you know, when you were talking also about God and when we pray, and sometimes people never have that revelation, or they never have that hit their bottom type of situation. They won't call upon God. They call upon God as 911, you know, God help me type thing. And sometimes they're not ready. And just like what Leona said, is that right time, divine time. And we keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. We keep beating ourselves up, thinking that we got to try harder. No, try different, and listen, go within. And that's where the meditation and the prayer comes in. And when you do it in a group, like you said, is phenomenal, because the frequency is so high. And that's what this is about the higher frequency that's here now. And what can we do as humans, all right, to evolve our soul, or to be a better person on planet Earth, Mother Gaia, in humanity? What can we do? And if when you tap into that frequency, the sky's the limit, you know. And when you look at your life, you know, what you prayed for and what you thought isn't happening, you know, because it's like it wasn't the right time, the divine time. And the soul is taking you on another path. And the ones that we pray to have been waiting for us to communicate with them so that they can gently guide us in this consciousness field to the right people, the right time. And that's the serendipity and the synchronicity. And I absolutely love it. So anyway, okay. I went on a tantrum there, but it's like, yeah, but there's so many good things about ceremony, you know, and it's so easy to do.
So Sheila, let's do this. Let's talk about what would be some ceremony like, okay, so you haven't found your tribe yet. You don't have your group yet. You can't, you know, you don't know where to reach out to. How could you do ceremony on your own? What are some ceremonies that are very simple that you could do by yourself?
Okay. Well, I always do the candle. Excuse me. I do have a candle behind me. If you see that, I do have my candle behind me, but the candle, when, you know, ceremony always, yes, good. Kind of brings in the energy of the pure light. All right. The golden light. And what you can do is just when you say your prayers in the morning, or, when you ask for a good day, you know, just light a candle and just look at the candle, you know, and just start the breathing. And what you can do is bring the energy up, you know, visually, just like in heart math. You visualize. We've got an echoing going on here. Can you hear that, Melissa?
No.
That's I'm hearing an echoing. That's where it's distracting me at the moment.
Oh, it must be in your headset, honey, because we're not hearing it.
Okay. Well, when you turned on the chat, it went on. So that's weird. So anyway, so when you connect with that fire, okay, and also go inward and connect with your breathing, you know, always go into your heart center and feel the joy and the compassion, the love that you have. And so always focus on your heart center. All right. That is the avenue to everything, your heart center. All right. So your heart love, and just visualize there, first of all, and you can actually start praying, do your prayers if you want, or you can actually do more of the galactic connection. And the actual stuff that we do with Mother Gaia is visualize going down from your heart center, the energy going down your body, just like in a meditation when we could do the chakras. This time, do the opposite. You know, you can open your eyes, you can close your eyes, you can watch the flame or not watch the flame. The key is the flame is the energy. You brought everything in to come into your field to be able to be in this higher frequency that we are in. So you can bring the energy from your heart slowly down into the energy of Mother Gaia. And as you do that, a lot of times your feet will vibrate. My hands are vibrating right now just talking about it, all right, is because I want to be connected, and I am connected with Mother Gaia. So feel the energy and then bring that energy back up through your chakras, as sometimes we do in meditations, to your heart. And then visualize bringing the energy all the way up to the galactic, and ask the angels. Pray to them up there. While you're up there, pray to them. It's very easy. Do your prayers up there. But you intentionally do this. You visualize. You use the heat from the angel, which is ceremonial. It's sacred. It's purification. It's one of the elements, the symbol of fire in the sacred elements of the indigenous, right? And that's why it's so powerful, because it connects you with your God source. So just bring your energy up to the universe, ask whoever to come in and help you, and just bring the energy back down. And then just, bring your heart to your heart and thanks the gratitude for what you just experienced, whether you did or not. Sometimes you will get answers, sometimes you won't. But the thing is that you've totally relaxed all your cells and your being, your frequency into this vibration to go from there on. So ceremony is very easy to do. Just breathe. When you breathe in, when you breathe out slowly, you're going back into your core center, your presence. And that's what you're doing when you're in ceremony. And there's different types of ceremony, whether it's a funeral ceremony, whether it's a wedding ceremony, whether it's a honoring Mother Gaia ceremony, whether it's a ceremony for your dogs or a ceremony for your children. You can do all types of ceremony. We just visualize a candle if you don't have one. Candle is the simplest way of doing it. The simplest.
Yes, it is. And yeah. And the other thing, I think the reason that ceremony is coming up, for all of us at this time is because part of it is that it is also time to get into connection with Mother Gaia in a way that we've kind of lost. And so, not only are you connecting with above, but now we're also getting back to connecting with below, because that's what the indigenous knew how to do, how to have ceremony, to ask for the rain, to ask for the crop to come in, to ask for the things that were going to help their basic survival that the earth could provide.
Yeah, the show women in you. Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's what it's about. It's about remembrance who we really are, and of course, Lemurian Sisterhood is about that, connecting with your remembrance of your Akashic truth, who you are and the things that you've experienced as a soul, but also in other lifetimes, and then bringing it forward now and understanding it. But Mother Gaia is the key. It opens up that field of remembering and also the healing that can be done for yourself. Just connect with Mother Gaia and the energies of Mother Earth. All right. So yes, we have a comment from Leona. All right. My mind tends to fly all over. Ceremony allows me to focus. Absolutely. I feel the love and understanding, the guidance. It slows my mind down. Absolutely. That's what it does. And I think that's what my daughter picked up on me, is that since I was in the hospital for the COVID, all the changes moving forward, it was part of my cells recalibrating, all the things that I needed to do to evolve, to continue on this evolutional or ascension, journey, as we call it, for people to understand. When we talked about ascension last week, about what does it mean, and it's just about you being peaceful in your life and what is your purpose here and moving forward in your life. And this ascension process is what we can do by using the frequencies of Mother Earth and the frequencies of the galactic, or our soul. All right. The great I am power of the universe that is in our cells. It's who we are. It's in our DNA. Just being quiet, that's when you can actually hear. And that's why I always say, listen to the whispers in your ears. Listen, because that's your soul. That's God consciousness, Christ consciousness, whether you believe, whether you come from a very religious and believe in Mother Mary, of course, is very, very sacred. She's a divine mother, more than we know. And she's there just like Jesus is there, one of the highest masters and leaders, to help us make the connection with a higher source, whatever it is. The same with all the other religions. It's about the spiritual connection. And indigenous people have that in their culture from day one. And we're starting to tap into that. We're finally realizing that, the indigenous have had it. And just like over in Tibet, I think it is, one of the sayings is that you give a child to a woman for the first 7 years of her life and help that child find the spiritualness inside them. Then they will be a better person. They will really have the teaching in the beginning to have a successful life, whatever it is. So that's the soul connection, and we as women, Mother Gaia, has given us Mother Gaia, indigenous with us being able to birth the children and stuff like that, it's very, very special. And the same with if you're related to Mother Gaia, what she gives to us. You know, she provides for us all the time, and we are connected to it. Just with this frequency that's now here with this moon and the next 2 weeks, it's still very powerful.
Yes.
It's very powerful that we can use that. So, yeah, okay. Of course, you know, Mother Gaia and me, I go into it. Well, you have to. It's like, and it's so simple. You know, again.
Well, that's what it is. I think that when people hear the word ceremony, they can get like overwhelmed, like, I don't know how to do that, or I don't know what that means, or I don't have all the things that, you think you might need. When really what you need is yourself and your connection and your breath and your heart. So, all the other things are helpful, like if you have candles or crystals or statues, but you don't need them. What you need is to drop down into your heart, put your feet on the earth, and feel the connection.
Yeah.
There it is. That's ceremony.
Yeah. And so Heart Math takes it along, and they actually show physically what happens to your body when you do that. So that is awesome. Yeah. Which is, people want to be scientific. They say, yeah, I hear that. I don't know whether I want to believe that, but if you need proof, and if you're a skeptic, there is proof out there if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to look at it.
And Sheila, I think that's what's so exciting for me, being here at this time, having this life experience on the earth plane at this time, because we have the quantum physics and the science that is backing up all the energy that the rest of us have been feeling since the indigenous, since the witches, all of it. It's here. We're here. I feel like it's a very fortunate experience that I'm having, because I now have the backup where, our foresisters and forefathers didn't have that. They knew what they knew, but people weren't believing it. And now we're experiencing the fact that it's time to get back. It's time to get back to connection with, this alliance to the planet, to the natural, because really, as humans, we are so a part of it, but in our ego, we have separated ourselves, and it's been very detrimental to our physical health, to our mental health, to our spiritual health. And now it's really, really exciting to be able to recognize the energy, the vibrational frequencies, the field, the matrix, and how we're a part of that, and how we can start co-creating our experience. That's what we're here to do.
Yes. Co-creating instead of manifesting is co-creating, right? It is the alignment of who you are. You co-create by the alignment. It's I'm echoing. Good morning, Annette. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we actually are out of time. So I think that might be our next topic. We'll go right into co-creation next week.
Absolutely. Co-creating, what is it? So come back and put your questions out there, or anything else that your experience, please share with us.
Yes, we love it. We absolutely love for you to be a part of the conversation. So, guys, Reverend Sheila Tillich is back. She is back. She is ready.
And White Dove Feather is coming through like crazy. White Dove Feather is my native name, right? So, and of course, I'm Princess Sophia in Lemuria, but that's White Dove Feather Indigenous is just so strong, and it's your connection. So I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say she's back. She's ready to. She had a brand new website. All her services are up. She is ready to go. So if you are looking for healing, if you are looking to raise your vibrational frequency, root out those core traumas and dramas, those issues in your tissues, please reach out to her. I am starting the intuitive guidance course this Wednesday, and we're going to talk about vibrational frequency. We're going to talk about the science. We're going to talk about what it is, and then how do you get into connection so that you can start trusting and acting on it. And that's what we're going to do. So if you're looking to learn and work with us, please, our websites are in the description box. And SheilaTillich.com doesn't get easier than that. And MelissaLWatkins.com.
All right, everybody. We love you all. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.